Hello friends! Hello, hello! Happy greetings to you wherever you are. Hope you're doing great. Hope you are doing well. This is Jennifer from Personal Power Life Coaching, and so happy to be connected with us today. We have a great opportunity to create a brand new celery juice for this amazing existence that we are all going through, whatever you are living through. I am sure that it is different beyond anything that we have lived before, no matter how old you are. It is a unique experience, once in a lifetime, hopefully. Well, everything has a positive and everything has an opposite side. So yeah, positive and negative. It's all just a duality, which is what we live as humans. So hi to everyone who will be joining, who is joining. And so as I mentioned in the description, I'm about to create my celery juice. I have my celery here and I went rollerblading this morning, so I feel like this is going to be very nicely hydrating. And the reason that I wanted to make this video in particular with the message I wrote is because nowadays we are quite significantly disrupted in our daily routines, our daily habits. Most of us are not going to work. People are quarantined in their homes. Some countries and cities have even stricter guidelines where people cannot go out. It's just it's just something really extraordinary. So as we go through these changes, it can be really uncomfortable, or it can be upsetting. It can be very stressful because we don't know what's going to happen. And even leaders and doctors and people who are professionals and very knowledgeable in these fields, that involve healthcare and epidemiology and knowing what's going to happen in organizing society and business and commerce, they also do not know what is going to happen, when it's going to be settling down. It could be a few weeks, it could be a few months. So in any case, the reason I mentioned that is because there is light at the end of the horizon. And even as we're going through this, I invite you and I encourage you to just keep reminding yourself that this too shall pass. Everything in life comes and goes, and even the good comes and goes. And of course, also the parts in life that we all experience that we want to just better have not lived. Those things that are painful or that don't feel good at all, that also passes, because look at where you are right now. You're clearly not in that past experience, whatever it is that you can bring to mind. So it's important to, in light of all of these difficult circumstances, in light of all this change and variability, and gyms are not open, that's a big deal for me. It just really can affect you and your children and your spouse or your work, your boss, your colleagues, the commerce that you engage in. It can be completely disrupted right now. But it can also open up new opportunities in other avenues, like e-commerce, and digital media is probably thriving because a lot of us now are on social media more than ever. Maybe though without virtual reality, we can actually take care of projects that we've been intending to finish and complete for a while. Like me, I just finished building a shoe rack and a coat hanger, so I'm really proud and happy with that finally. And I have a new book that I'm reading that I'm really excited about. It's a fantasy, and it's about medieval times and witchcraft and mythology, and it's just really, really fascinating. I love it. And for me to find a book that I love, it really excites me, and I really just delight in that. I think it's a blessing. So hopefully I'll finish the book. I don't know how fast, because I'm reading it in the mornings for 15 minutes every morning to make sure at least I get those 15 minutes of reading time. So It's important in these times of change to keep our healthy habits well and alive and active. So let's make a juice, a green juice, whether you juice celery as it is on the reg or you don't, that's all right, because I'm going to share what I do. So I am going to make it fresh, which is also fantastic. So let's go ahead. Everything is cut up, it's diced in nice beautiful pieces that are perfect for the machine, which you can see very nearly there. The machine is popped and activated, so let's do it. I love my cubings. The cubings is really, really nice, very, very effective, and I am very satisfied and pleased with it in case you're looking for a juicer and you want to get on the market for a juicer. It's called Cubings, and I bought it here in Dubai. And at home in New York, we have another juicer called the Omega Juicer, which is also phenomenal. So I bought that for my family because it was a special Christmas gift and it brings a lot of benefit to them, and they use it every day, sometimes twice a day. So I love our juicers. So you want to love your juice machine for sure. So let's do it. There we go. And I like to cut the celery in small pieces because it helps the machine to process the juice a lot better, and it helps the pulp to really get dried out a lot more. So that is, for me, that's important because you want the pulp to come out smoothly and dry, ensuring that you extract the maximum value of the juice, keeping the electrolytes, keeping the enzymes more alive than heated, which is why I like this machine, because it's a slow rotating machine. So if you're gonna get your own juicer, or you already have one but you want a new one, then now could be a great time. You can order it online if the stores are closed in your area. And the Omega Juicer is a bit on the pricier side. However, it is a perfect investment in this regard. So I would encourage, if you're serious about continuing in your health journey and you want to have fun with it, and you don't want to rely on store-bought juices, which are usually heated for pasteurization, and you just don't know when they really made it, even though many juice companies, they do put the time and the date, which is very thoughtful. However, nothing beats your own homemade juice. And I have had my cubings now for about a year, ever since I first came back to Dubai, which was 1 year ago. I went straight to the mall. I think it was the same day that I landed that morning, and I went straight to the store and got my juicer. So that was my mission for that arrival. And yes, I've been using it every day, I think, unless there's an off day where I'm just feeling like taking rest from it and not needing to wash the machine. And even in that regard, washing the machine is quite easy and it's quite fast. It's not overly complicated to dismantle. Very simple. Sometimes if it's just celery, which is a very clean ingredient as it is, it's not staining the machine, it's not very coarse like turmeric or ginger. It's very simple and easy to wash. So I'm going to leave it like that because that was all the celery that I had washed from yesterday. The stock I had, it was going bad. It was a piece that had a little bit of mold on it, so I thought, let me just make sure I wash it, remove the dead parts that are useless now, and make sure that this is going to be the first batch of celery that I juice as soon as possible. So today is that day, and this is what we've got. That's it. And the pulp has come out. I can show you here. This is what it came out like. It's very dry, which is phenomenal. So you're really maximizing the extraction, which I of course, that's the ideal. So yes, 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 yes. Now let's pop it up like that. You can close the spout to make sure that nothing is spilling on your counter as you get your glass to drink from, which is what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to use this nice glass. And that's it. Now, it's not exactly 16 ounces, and that's okay. I'm gonna be okay with that for today because, yeah, why not? Most days I'll have 18 ounces or I'll have 20 ounces. If I'm feeling, like if I just have a big stalk of celery and I like just wanted to juice it, then I will make 21 ounces. So you can have up to 32. Yeah, so this is it. Trying to not get my lens here so droopy. So into the hatch, fresh celery juice. That's it. Yeah. Now I reckon this is between 13 and 14 ounces. Yeah, probably. Looking at the, because in order for like 16 ounces would be all the way to the top. So today we have an abbreviated celery, again, because the stalk was a little bit off, so that's why some of the parts had to be removed. And I used actually some bits yesterday for a dressing for a blended recipe that I made. So let's imbibe this with a nice, beautiful, permanent straw. We'll use the golden straw in light with the theme of the jewelry today. And I love this straw because it is metallic. I actually don't remember what the material is per se, but it comes with a really great little brush. Because you may wonder, how does one keep reusing a straw and clean it? Which is what I was thinking before I found the set. It's a little set that has the brush, so it's perfect. It fits in so perfectly into the straw. It's just so satisfying and pleasing when you need to wash it. You just know, especially for smoothies, because smoothies can be thicker, and if you put some fatty ingredients in it, then it might stick to the sides, or even protein powders can stick to the sides of the inner wall. So it's really satisfying to have a straw that you can keep using, so it's a nice safety for the environment, and you have the tool to wash it happily and effectively. So let's do that. Bottoms up. Very refreshing. And I love the golden straw. So that's it for now, friends. We've just made our fresh celery juice, and well done. What about you? Do you make any juices, or maybe it's beetroot juice or apple with kale? Or it could be carrot with apple, carrot with orange is popular. But the greens, you know, getting in that kale, the parsley, cilantro, even arugula, which is bitter, getting watercress, dandelion greens, which are very bitter and cleaning for the liver. You can juice lettuce. And then you have your fruit, your melons, of course, yield a lot of beautiful fruit juice. And we don't want to rely only on juices, of course, but having a nice green juice, a clean green juice without anything else added to it, no lemon, no vinegar, no salt, no honey. It's just plain juice, but it's clean and cleansing, and it's hydrating. And it supports our liver, and it stimulates beneficial hydrochloric acid, so you can better digest foods. You have optimal digestion, and you just have an overall better functioning internally of your digestion, your intestines, your stomach health and integrity. and you kill and you starve unbeneficial bacteria and parasites and things of that nature. We want to feed the good bacteria, the good food and fuel, and eliminate the rest that does not bring us any benefits, right? So this is it, you know, taking care of your health one day at a time, day by day, with those healthy habits. And you keep it going even when times get rocky. Especially when times get rocky, we have to stay consistent, persistent, determined, and focused on those things that really do give us good value, whatever adds value in a goodness, in a nature of goodness. Then that is the path, that is the road, that is what you should be doing for yourself, and you know what that is. So thank you, friends. Celery juice. I shall finish this shortly. Get yourself a nice 16 ounces on a daily basis. You won't regret it. Sending you lots of love. Thanks for tuning in. Sending you lots of peace and harmony and well-being in these times. And knowing that this too shall end. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and there is light at the end of the horizon, and tomorrow is another day, and the sun also rises tomorrow. So thank you, many blessings, and see you soon. See you again. Namaste.